Hello, welcome to Unit 2, Lesson 13. In this unit, we're going to talk about adding root notes in place of beat 1 to any strum pattern. And so up until this point, we've sort of talked about playing the lower notes on beat 1 and the higher notes on the subsequent beats. So we might go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. What we're going to do now is just refine that a little bit and simply play one single string on beat 1 like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's going to require some changing in your right hand picking technique. Remember, when we play a single note, we tend to shorten the string and play it with a firmer grip. So I'm definitely holding the pick a little shorter and firmer when I pick that note, and then I loosen up when I go down to play the subsequent beats. And so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. You can do this with any strum pattern, so I'm going to just play 8 notes now, which would be down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. But I'm going to put a single root note at the beginning of the measure. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 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 people find this particularly difficult to pick the root note and then get ready for that up strum. And so all I can tell you is that when you pick it, try and follow through just like you're strumming. If you do this and then reach down and try and come up, you're going to lose your quarter note frame that we like so much. So watch my arm. I'm really keeping this quarter note frame even though I'm picking a single note. Now this is reasonably easy on the G chord because the root note is on the lowest string, so we can kind of have a little running start at it. But when we do something like a C chord or a D chord, it's going to become a little trickier. And so I would really recommend that you practice playing some single notes, bass notes, and I'm going to demonstrate that. But first I'll just play the C chord and then we'll go on. But if you try to do this, you may have some trouble, and so just hang on, I'll give you some exercises. So here we go, C chord. I'm going to go ahead and go to D chord now. And back to G. Now I'm just going to mix things up and play one measure of each chord so you can hear what that sounds like. So it's a great technique to really add a little spice to your playing without having to learn any new strum patterns or any new chords. It's like all of a sudden it just sounds a lot fancier. So here's the little exercise I would encourage you to do. Use a G chord just because no matter what note you play in the G chord, it's going to sound good as a low note. So I'll demonstrate what I'm going to do here. I'm going to pick the 6th string in the chord, the 5th string in the chord, the 4th string in the chord. So I'm actually not playing the root note when I play the 5th string or the 4th string, but the reason I want you to do this is so you're not trying to do two things at once. I don't want you to try and be changing chords and thinking about this hand. So just hang out on G and play different bass notes like this. 5th string, 4th string, 5th string, 6th string, 5th string, 4th string, 5th string, back to 6th, and repeat. And obviously I would probably expect that you're going to be watching pick like this. You're going, oh my gosh, fifth. Oh, I hope I make it fourth. And so definitely start slow, or start probably with quarter notes. So you can watch, make sure you get that single note. And I like going back down to the fifth string, so you get used to going to a lower string and to a higher string. This way you can just focus on your right hand. And you can do this with any strum pattern. So even if I go, all right, well, happy single bass noting, and we will see you at lesson 14.